they're joined in the booth by Dominick Cruz, who is not only a champion MMA fighter, but also an award-winning broadcaster. So here we go. He's going to take over
trying
here.
to be like you guys a little bit. I'm not going to lie, except my hair's not quite as red.
Dom,
but I'm working on it.
You're a lot more handsome than me, though, buddy. And they'd much rather look at you than me.
I don't know about that, man. The Wonder Dog. Everybody loves the Wonder Dog.
No, no, they don't. Hey, Dom, how excited are you to be here in Kansas City?
You know, it's pretty awesome. I wore my blue shirt so I don't get jumped on the way in here.
I don't think you have to worry about getting jumped on your way in here. I'm just saying.
I'm learning from two of the best here. You know, I mean, it's pretty awesome. He was with the Yankees, first draft pick here. You've been doing this for over 9 years. I appreciate what you guys do here. It's very nice. It's not easy to do this job. Everybody thinks it's easy until you're sitting here and the camera's in front of you and people are shoving microphones in your faces and then you're stuttering, right? So not you guys, though. I see it.
I'm not a wordologist. He is.
Is that a word? I'm curious.
No, it's not.
That's what I think.
You know what?
It's a HUDism.
Make it a word. We're going to make it a word tonight.
Well, let me ask you about that, because that happens a lot with professional athletes. Is, you know, when they get into the broadcasting business and see it from another perspective. Was it a smooth transition for you? Because it's one thing to know your sport, but it's something different to be able to communicate your sport.
I couldn't agree more. And you know, the thing is, a lot of it is hard. It is, because the hard thing isn't just knowing what you're doing. It's a lot of athletes are just physically gifted. They don't even know how they do the great things that they do. I, unfortunately, was not always physically gifted, so I had to figure out every single step to everything I did, and it actually helped out to translate to commentating and fighting afterwards and explain what's going on in these fights. For instance, if this pitcher, nice catch.
No.
Oh, he almost had it.
But the Royals will get an out. 1-6-3 to get Yunel Escobar. But you're still active.
I am.
I mean, you're not. Most guys who get into the business are retired, so you're mixing the both.
That's what's so different about it, is like I have to compete with these guys and then talk about them, the great things that they do, the great things that they don't do. And I mean, you're going to be hated no matter what. So at the end of the day, you kind of just got to be ready to bob and weave and slip stuff, because everybody's after you when you're in this position and you're competing. You know, it makes a difficult thing, but you gotta roll with the punches and just do what you can, you know, to survive in this stuff.
What's your background before UFC? Was boxing, wrestling? Okay.
I wrestled, yeah, and I grew up wrestling since junior high. Taught me a lot of toughness and mental integrity, and then went over to fighting.
Swing and a miss by Cole Calhoun. Okay, so
I actually played baseball when I was a kid.
Really?
I did. I played all the way up until junior high when I started wrestling.
Would you play middle infield?
I was a center fielder, I was a pitcher, and a first baseman.
Nice. Okay.
Pretty odd,
Those
right?
are the premier positions.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, who would have thought?
You say you didn't have
that.
any physical gifts as an athlete. Those are the three premier positions.
That's a good point. I like
pretty
that.
good.
I like you guys. I'll go with that.
So if you're like me, and as Calhoun hits it into left field, tough time of night, but Alex has a read and there are 2 down. Tell us about if someone watches UFC or they're interested and they want to go to Sprint Center tomorrow, tell us about some of the headline matchups tomorrow.
I mean, I could break it down in baseball situation here. Let's say the pitcher hits the batter. We're probably going to see a fight. Now, if that happens, I can break it down perfectly for you guys. We see the batter coming at the pitcher. I think the pitcher's a little bit scared, but he's looking for the right hand because actually, he'd be looking for the left hand because he's got the right hand in the glove. So that means that the batter needs to walk away from the power side. And that would be a beginner breakdown for you guys. Baseball fights. Now, 101.
I got a little background here.
Okay.
When I was in Minnesota starting my career, I did, because I was doing whatever they asked me to do, I did some University of Minnesota wrestling meets, and I knew nothing about wrestling, so my analysts were important. But Brock Lesnar was the heavyweight for the University of Minnesota at that time.
That's awesome.
And if you think he's a beast now, you can imagine some of the heavyweights in the Big Ten looking across the mat, and here comes Brock Lesnar across the mat. So I got a chance to see him when he was just getting started.
That was quite the thing, because that man is kind of a freak of nature. I'm not
No
gonna lie.
question.
I've seen him in person. It's like staring at a giant refrigerator with a lot of tattoos.
So is Demetrius Johnson the best fighter in UFC?
You know, That could be argued, but I'll say that he is the pound-for-pound best right now because he's the first person going for 10 consecutive title defenses in a row, which is pretty obscene. That'd be like 10 pennants won by one team in a row without losing. It's like, that's pretty difficult, right?
Yep.
He's doing it in fighting in a sport that's just got so many different ways to lose. He's very gifted. He's extremely athletic. He's got a good head on his shoulders. But you know what keeps him the best is he doesn't let the hype get to him. He's very humble.
It's important.
He looks you in the eyes. He sees everybody. He shakes everybody's hand, and he stays real to himself. He's a good family man. He's good to his wife, good to his kids. So all those things, I think, keep him composed and being able to stay on top for so long. I think people underrate the power in that sometimes, especially in some athletes.
Well, UFC now, I mean, is huge. So if you're a champion in UFC, there's plenty of reasons to let it go to your head and change.
Yeah, you know, it's the fastest growing sport in the world. More than any sport on earth, it is growing the most. So people, if you're not a fan of it now, I promise you your kids, your grandkids are going to be. So you might want to learn it now and just get your feet wet because it's growing and it's moving.
Kane makes a play in center field. Dominic, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks.
Have you had barbecue yet?
So cool. Come on, man. I'm about to go to sleep up here. I'm so full of barbecue right now.
Way to go, Dom.
Is kicking
Great to meet you, man.
You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for being cool.